what's up, everybody? It's Dylan Goldenbear. We'll have a Tom and Jerry fan ups, and I'm here for a very special rant. I'm here to rant about a certain famous YouTuber who I'm gonna name right now, the mysterious Mr. Enter.
Dun, dun,
So anyway, before I start insulting the hell out of him, I'm gonna say this. I used to be a fan of Mr. Enter. I used to love his like old animated atrocities and shit. We used to like rip in the SpongeBob episodes and other terrible episodes of other animations and that. Like in his early days when he was beginning YouTube and shit, he would like just go into the episode, tear it apart, tell you the logic of why it didn't work or why how the episode kind of fucked up his jokes and stuff and how the episode was bad basically. And I like that. But then I started going off of him when he basically like yelled his brains out on how much he hated Seth MacFarlane and Family Guy, especially the cavalcade of cartoon comedy. What type of bullshit is that? All that Mr. Enter was doing in that video was basically saying, there aren't any jokes here. Where's the joke? It ain't funny. What's the point of that? What's the point of that? Are you serious? Well, Actually, I know this is a trend I noticed with Mr. Enter. If he doesn't get the joke, then the joke don't exist. What type of moronic BS is that? There was a moment in the it was one of my favorite bits from the Cavalry comedy is like the horse joke where the horse gets offended and like the horse said, "I'm Sarah Jessica Parker." He literally did not get it. If you search on Google 5 seconds, there's like a movie where Sarah Jessica Parker said, "Does my face really look like a horse?" And someone made a meme off that. So basically, Seth MacFarlane was putting a meme into a fucking sketch comedy part. See, it's all right if you don't get the joke, but to say the joke doesn't exist, that ain't cutting it with me. And that's another thing about Miss Enter that I don't like. He clearly does not like any adult animated show ever, with the exceptions of fucking BoJack Horseman and Rick and Morty and Futurama, but that's fucking it.
Literally, and he also thinks that all adult animated shows are ripping off South Park because they all use dog jokes. No, they don't! South Park is basically a show where 4 young boys go into society and try to rip it apart. And he still doesn't like, and he doesn't even like that, man! Why don't you? Oh my gosh, get a life.
Half of the adult animated shows don't even rip off South Park. They just use dark jokes. Okay, let's start off with Family Guy. He always says Family Guy rips off South Park. Let me get it. Like Devin said, South Park is basically like them making fun of society itself, the things that are double standards of society, how society does things wrong sometimes. And Family Guy is basically like an even more deranged version of The Simpsons. I mean, just because they both use dark jokes does not mean that Family Guy is necessarily a ripoff of fucking South Park. You also have to say Drawn Together is a ripoff too. First of all, Drawn Together is basically like a satirization of fucking reality shows. Is South Park a reality show? A satirization of reality shows? No, it's not! So they ripping off, you son of a bitch. What is wrong with you? You know what's even worse? He doesn't even like South Park itself. Because apparently, so many people copy off of South Park that he can't trust himself to review an episode because every time he watches South Park, he thinks of Family Guy and all these other terrible adult animated shows. What the fuck? If it was for South Park, you wouldn't even have goddamn BoJack Horseman, Rick and Morty, Futurama, and all those shows without South Park. And also, I like how you don't like the jokes that they make in Family Guy and all the other shows, but you like Rick and Morty, which basically use the same type of jokes that they do, but for some reason you like that fucking show, mean-spiritedness, gross. And that's another thing, you don't like gross out humor? Like, seriously, if a show does gross out, you automatically don't like it? Like, seriously? Oh yeah, you don't like gross out humor and fart jokes on that, but wait. I saw one of your Admiral Animation's top 25 modern SpongeBob episodes. One of them was like perfect chemistry. which was basically like 11 minutes of a fart joke. Yet you don't like gross out comedy. Wow, what a hypocrite you are, you son of a bitch. Oh, man. I bet you don't even like fucking Beavis and Butthead, which, by the way, is a major inspiration of South Park. So, by Mr. Enter's goddamn logic, South Park is a ripoff of Beavis and Butthead. Oh, yay! Fuck. Which is so goddamn dull, too. Whenever you're not angry, which is also forced anyway, I could tell you're not even that angry at the goddamn episode. I mean, like, who gets so pissed off as a goddamn bad cartoon episode? Even I don't get mad at bad episodes of SpongeBob like that. Your voice is so boring. Like, when I hear you do the animated, your voice is like so goddamn dull. Jeezy, Chrissy, come with a better tone, you idiot. Like me, raise your voice a little. Sometimes your reviews are longer than the goddamn episodes you're reviewing themselves. There was one Teen Titans Go episode where it was like 12 minutes. It's the Teen Titans Go episode's 11 minutes. I could just go watch the goddamn episode myself and come with my own opinion of that instead of watching your shitty reviews, asshole. Oh, and don't get me started about goddamn Teen Titans Go. He is goddamn obsessed with that show. Are you serious? It's like he's made at least 6 animated atrocities on that show. We get it. You don't like it. You think the original better? All right. Go watch that goddamn show. Go buy DVDs for that. You know what? Actually, you're doing the opposite of what you want because you're giving so much hate to it. You're sending more people to the show to see how bad it actually is. It's like me when I tell Devin, oh, don't watch that movie. It is so goddamn horrible. There's 2 ways that go. Devin might say, maybe the movie is that terrible and I shouldn't watch it. But Devin could say this. Is the movie really that bad like Dylan says it? I'm going to watch it to see if it's really that bad. And you know what? Devin might actually like the goddamn show. So in other words, you're sending audience members to the show that you hate. You know how to get the show canceled? Don't watch it! Can't you just tell that Teen Titans Go is basically trolling you? And then you ask, I know that the animation fandoms be like, oh man, cartoons are terrible. Why can't they make Powerpuff Girls like they used to? Why can't they make Ed and A like they used to? Why can't they make shows like Teen Titans Go? You don't want to ask for it, jerk off. Now you got your wish, and now you want to take it back? Should have been complaining. Why don't you make your own goddamn show? Oh wait, you made Growing Around, which is basically a shitty ripoff of an animated atrocity that you made. And why does every cartoon have to have a goddamn moral attached to it? Alright, let me get this straight. Like, this is a trend with every animated atrocity. There's got to be a moral. There's got to be a lesson right behind it. Like, you gotta have a lesson without every goddamn episode. Let me tell you something about comedy, mister. Let me tell you something about comedy. You know what comedy is? Making you laugh! Alright? If it has a message behind it, alright. But the first rule of comedy is to be fucking funny. Not every episode has to have a message. There's only so many messages you can have before you come off preachy. I mean, even South Park jokes itself because it got so many goddamn messages behind every episode. They even know that they do it too much sometimes. I mean, I hate your Stuck in the Ringer review now, and I hate that episode because like when you started ranting about fucking when Spawn looked at y'all and said, "I guess crying solves your problems after all." You're on this fucking tirade, and it's like, are kids really gonna start crying? Like, you know who actually teaches morals to the children? Their fucking parents. If your own parent can't even tell you right from wrong, then you don't deserve to be a fucking parent, all right? TV should not be a place to go when you're looking at more. It's basically like a place like to have fun, just watch TV, be entertained. If it has a message, all right, you can either listen to it or not listen to it. All right, not every show has to have a moral. That's why some shows are shit nowadays. Everything gotta have a fucking message behind it. I can't even stand Steven Universe anymore. Jeezy fucking Christie. Oh, ha, 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 ha. But I ain't become the fucking Mr. Enter until I saw his animated atrocity on Legends of Chamberlain Heights.
Done! 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 We're actually great fans of Legends of Chamberlain Heights, and Common Central for that matter, but Miss Enter, give it a chance!
Damn, Legend of Chamberlain Heights is only in this first season. Give it a goddamn chance. Come on. Actually, Legend of Chamberlain Heights has a very similar season to South Park Season 1. If you really watch South Park Season 1, it's all a bunch of fucking dark jokes over and over for 22 minutes, and Kenny dies in the middle. That's all it was. So it's not any different, alright? Stop comparing adult animation to South Park. I mean, what's wrong with you? Playing about the animation for 8 minutes? I was like, oh, come the fuck on. Does the animation have to be some goddamn Pixar masterpiece? Some hyper realistic CGI that you see in the fucking theaters? Every goddamn animated movie? I mean, geez. You ever heard of stylistic choice? Maybe they wanted to show the look like that, jerk off. South Park is simple goddamn animation. Does animation, does it all have to be like a masterpiece? I hate it when you like insulted 12-ounce mouse. It's supposed to look like that. Fuck. Like, it's almost borderline prejudice and racist how you were in the interview. Because, like, at some point you said, I cannot, Mr. Anthony said, I cannot understand what the hell these guys are saying in literature. I can easily understand what they're saying, even without the goddamn captions. I mean, so, and moving on from Legend of Chamberlain, you also like to take jokes way too goddamn seriously. It was like in your Patrick's a Prick episode where, like, you said that Patrick's this, like, fucking Machiavellian psychopath because of one line he said in the card. The card. It's like a one-off joke, and you take it all serious and shit and stuff. And it's like the show doesn't even have continuity. It doesn't have a plot. There's no connecting stories. You take that one line and put over the history. And you know, I hate it when you put what's the episode? I'm with Stupid on the list. I mean, come on, really? Just because Patrick was mean spirited and was a little too mean to SpongeBob, it automatically makes it a bad episode. That's another problem with you. Every time you, most of these animated shows, because all the characters was mean for no real reason. Guess what, jerk off? Some people in real life are mean, so it could be a reflection of real life. Alright? You know what I'm saying? Look, here's how it goes. Patrick probably forgot the fucking plan and took it too far. How about that? You keep saying he's a goddamn retard. Does it make sense that he probably forgot the plan and took it way too seriously? He thought it was actually stupid? Oh, come on! Fucking family, you fucking garbage ass. I'm gonna end on this one point here. There was this one Family Guy animated atrocity called Screams of Silence, where it tackled domestic abuse in a serious manner. And like basically in the beginning, Mr. Enter said, Family Guy is a comedy. It should not try to take serious issues with anything. And you know what? That is the ultimate fucking hypocrisy that he's ever fucking said. Because every other show that he likes, they're all comedies. Yet they took issues and took them seriously. So why does Family Guy not get a pass? Or because you have a hate boner for fucking Seth MacFarlane. You think Seth MacFarlane's just everything he makes is terrible. SJW pussy ass. I mean, serious. Rick and Morty and BoJack Horseman, they have tackled stuff seriously and not in a comedic way. Yet Family Guy doesn't get a pass at it. That's another thing. If you get the humor, you only say cartoons should only be about comedy. But if you don't get the humor, you say, oh, it should have a fucking message behind it and not make dark jokes. Fuck you, Fuck you up, asshole. fire ants riding over that goddamn shit. This has been Dylan Golden